Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking, which is like, you know, when we're just talking like about rebounds. And, you know, individually I can kind of do it, but when I'm combining both hands, it's almost that I have to look at my hand to make sure that I'm just doing the rebound, the 3 rebounds, and not actually using the wrist, and then turn to the other hand. Are we actually just doing the rebounds and not the wrist? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so that's where I am. You know, I'm better, but I'm still not at the point I want to be.
Well, Richard Martinez refers to that as splitting the mind, right? And that takes a while, because something that isn't part of you at this point, isn't completely real yet, is elusive. So you're looking at your right hand, and you can't even quite come to terms with how things are working in the individual hand. And now you're going to bring components of confusion in the left hand onto the playing surface. And now the mind starts to go, yee, and it can't split what's happening here and happening here. But that will get better. Yeah. And you'll start to notice it. You'll start to recognize that you're able to maintain one hand while focusing on the other and vice versa. So that'll come along and you're aware of it.
It's almost when I put the 2 hands together, then all of a sudden what I'm paying attention to goes down the dumps, and then muscle memory just kicks in because that's what I'm used to do, right? You know what I'm saying, right? So then, again, I'm better, but I'm still not at the point that I want to be where, you know, I'll just let the rebound do all of the work. So yeah.
Well, that's cool. And you're just relaxed about it, and all you can really do is be aware of it and keep developing, continue to develop. So, but your throw already looked better. I was watching you throw while we were talking earlier. Throw looks better. Okay, so we were working on
Flam taps, Swiss triplets.
Flam taps. So go ahead and put the metronome. What did you get the flam taps up to? I know you were under
Well,
a minute there, and so were you able? What were you able to get the flam taps up to?
You suggested 92, and that's what I went for.
Okay.
8 notes. Okay.
That's it.
What?
You're playing what isn't even really an official stroke. It's a cool exercise.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
Can you give me a bigger throw? Come on, really raise. Look how high I'm coming up. And I know you have a, a certain condition that we have to take into account with regards to your left baby finger, but I noticed that we have worked through that on occasion where it turns out it's not your condition, it's you sticking your baby finger out. So remember, watch, the stick, just allow the stick to lie in the hand, okay? Allow it to lie in the hand. Here's another really cool Richard Martinezism. He talks about, you know how a bird lands on a wire, right? You've seen the telephone wires when the birds land. They just land on the wire. They don't make a big deal out of it. They don't go. They just land on the wire. And we're just going to put the stick into the hand. But how much? Just feed your stick the hand. If you threw, you're just putting the stick in the hand. But you have to take it out of your hand with the other hand. No, it's not about that. You can show me it, and it might be right or it might not be. This is really simple. Take the stick, put the other stick down. Just take the stick and, okay, you want to do it in your left. That's cool, because we're working on the left. And my left is not as well rehearsed and matched as my right, so I'll do it in the left with you. Boom. Oh, it's a little weirder for me. It's just going into the hand. It just, see, your hand's open, right? Go ahead, you have your hand a little bit open. Not with a stick in it. You have to take the stick out. Hand's a little bit open, right? And you're just going to put the stick in your hand. No, I notice it. I don't know. I don't really, I haven't studied the anatomy of birds and then landing on a wire, but I'm thinking that to be, when I open, take the stick out of your hand, it's as important to feel the hand without a stick as it is to feel it with the stick. So if I ask you to just go ahead and open up your hand, doesn't it promote, let's see, if you open up your hand and you don't let your wrist bend, doesn't it kind of do that? No, just keep your wrist straight. Right? But if I ask you to open up your hand so you're going to prepare to catch a ball, see, doesn't the wrist bend a little bit? And then to close the hand as you catch the ball, or in this case it's a stick, it closes around the stick like that. Like that. Now go ahead and feed your hand the stick like that. Yeah, that's right. Don't be stiff, just like that. Yeah, but it's going to close right. If you catch something, boom. It almost has to touch some part of your hand before it closes. No. Don't. It just look. It's just a little tiny bit open. It doesn't have to. It's just a little open. I'm doing this. All right. Here. Just do this. Let's do this. Relax your hand. Okay. Yeah, there, now it looks normal. Now just bend forward. No, don't go. Just leave your hand alone. There. Turn it on the side. There. It's a little bent forward. Now feed your hand the stick. Mine wants to react. There you go. There. It's just that simple. Now hold the stick up. Now you can show me. There. Kind of it. The fourth is a little far over. It means your hand isn't completely working in unison. But there, you see, you're just holding the stick. Show me it again. There. See, your baby finger isn't out like this. See, you can do this. That's all it is. That's all it is. Now you're just going to just make a tap. Yeah, you don't need to do something weird with your baby finger. And where are you going to stop? Show me where the floor is. That's where you're going to stop. Good. Up, don't lift it up. It just stops right here. Yeah, see? There's your grip. There it is. Look, boom. That's simple. We're trying to be really natural about this. Yeah, that's it. Now, if you're going to ask for rebounds, you know that we're going to focus on the fulcrum that exists somewhere in these three first fingers. You don't have to do anything. You just recognize there. You see, you don't have to throw your baby finger out in a funny position. There, that's all it is. Now make a downstroke with that grip in mind. Good. Stop low. Don't stop with the beat up a little bit. But now tell me where the floor is. That's where I want you to stop. Right. If this is the floor, that's where we're going to stop. Oh, come on, that high again. Come on. There you go. Now, good. Okay, so that's the grip. So now we've learned again, we've proven again that even though you have a bit of a you had an injury to that finger, that it can still function in a certain way. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, and it's really important. I have the following strokes up, but you see, you should be looking at the Flam tab, the written note or notes. Do you have it in front of you? See, you weren't playing the stroke, you were playing something else. It was cool what you were playing, but it wasn't the Flam tab. If you look at the Flam tab, you'll realize there are 3 rebounds, right? There are 3 rebounds in each hand. Now just throw for 3. Do it in your left hand for a second. You just made a beautiful down. You have the grip. Oh, there's your baby finger. Stop. Okay. Go back to just doing this. Just go back to feeding your hand the stick. Stay with me now. Just go back to holding the stick in a natural. No, I want you to feed it to yourself. As soon as the stick enters, it's over. You don't adjust after. Oh, there you go. You're adjusting. Come on. Just, come on. Catch the thing. Catch the stick. Yeah. Catch the stick. Okay. Okay, so come on down. Your baby finger isn't freaking out. It's fine. Now remember, we're just going to focus on the fulcrum that's in the 3-finger grip. We're not going to change the grip. We're just going to leave it. No, stay with me. And now you can with this grip, you can consider where the fulcrum would be, right? That doesn't mean that we have to use rebounds, but we know where the fulcrum exists, right? The fulcrum potential. Okay, so just make a tap again. Just lift it up and let it come down. Okay? Very relaxing coming down. If anything, it might be a little harder to lift it up. And it just wants to fall. Very relaxing. As opposed to bouncing it so that it's more relaxing going up and then always pushing down to get the note. In this technique, it seems to me that it's as if we're timing the speed of the up and the height of the up motion, this kind of up motion, so that we don't have to shove it down. If we get the timing right, see, the faster we watch, the faster we lift, watch, the faster we lift it up, the faster it comes down. Try it. You lift it up a little faster, it'll come down faster. Lift it up slow, it'll come down slow. That's what we're going for, right? There's an equal and opposite reaction of some sort going on. Yeah, you see? See, that's already going to help your, remember you had problems playing singles? Well, you never considered that. The speed of the up has to do with the speed of the down. Here you go. See, the faster you can go up is as fast as you can come down. Just go ahead and tap. Come on, you have to lift it up every time and let it fall. No, don't let go of the stick. Just hold it. There you go. It's coming along. Okay. There you go. See, now your left is working. Good. Your singles are coming along in the left. You leave the grip alone. Now what I want you to do is I want you to lift it up and remind yourself of what just a single tap feels like. Remember, the speed that we come up will be very similar to the speed that we come down. It's very relaxing coming down. Now this time you're going to go up and just let it bounce. For 3 notes. You don't have to change your baby finger grip. Everything stays the same. You're recognizing the fulcrum. There. Your baby finger isn't freaking out. Now all you're going to do is, right now, we'll just make a gentle throw. So it'll feel similar to that. Do it again. Now, interestingly, I think that, am I centered here?
Yeah, you are.
We'll just, when it comes out on the recorded version, you'll end up with more space on one side and it really won't quite be centered. So I'm just going to make a slight adjustment. So, okay, so just as there is a relationship between the speed of the up, and when I say up, I don't mean an upstroke, right? We're not talking about that right now. I mean turning up as a regular wrist turn. There's a relationship between the speed of the up and the down. And I believe, yeah, there's a relationship between how fast you come up when you make a motion and how fast you come down.
Makes sense.
There you go. There you go. See how much smoother that is? And your baby fingers are freaking out. Okay, now do that in your right hand. That's really good. Just do a regular wrist turn for 1 note. Remember the grip. Remember the fulcrum potential. Now let it bounce 3 times. Don't do anything weird with your back fingers. Just now make a little throw. Remember the timing of up and down? Camera broke up, so there you go. Now put those together. No metronome. Just put them together. That's all it is, over and over, just like that. Remember the timing, don't go slamming down, or you'll get too much reaction from the surface. Okay? Okay. Watch. You're right at the floor. Okay, that's much better. Where were you just now? Blah, 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 blah. Kind of start, see? You see how blah 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 blah. You're almost at 192, maybe more like blah 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 blah. So we're gonna revisit this. 80 to 92. You were at about 92 there.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll make some notes based on what I just explained to you. There. Now, you see, because of, I think that because of the natural essence of simply holding the stick, learning about the timing of a wrist turn, learning about the timing of a throw, learning about how you don't have to do weird stuff back here. You're just going to maintain this simple grip and get rebounds. You see, it's so natural that it began to solidify internally somehow. You see? So that now you've maybe, as you said, now your muscle memory is improved. Or
Reprogramming it, yeah.
You're reprogramming your muscle memory. Okay, that looks really good. Okay. And so now it seems like it's easier to split the mind because there's less confusion in each hand, right? Okay. Because remember, ultimately, you also have to start thinking about your feet. You need to come in for a foot lesson. No, don't go stopping at the top. Nope, see? Up is supposed to be the same speed as the down. There. There you go. And with the wrist turn that happens here, isn't it? Something like that. Okay. There, nice and solid. Okay, good. Okay, so we're revisiting that. Then we went to Swiss triplets. Right? But it's been a little while because you were unable to practice there for a minute. I totally get that.
Was up to 60.
Yeah, you were at 52 to 60 on the Swiss triplets.
Yeah. So
let me take a look at that. Now, remember everything we just talked about, and it's already looking better, right? So we have this grip. We don't have to do weird things with our fingers. Ah, smooth that a little bit. What were you just doing? You were something like... It seemed like kind of going up and then... Ah! See, but there should be, again, there's a relationship between the speed of turning up and down. And there's a relationship between the speed of this motion, up and down, up and down. So we're getting the speed of this motion timed appropriately. Forget all this. But this is moving in a certain way. Okay? This assembly is moving in a certain way. And then when we go to turn our wrist, it's moving in a certain way. So we get more of that kind of motion. Right? See? It has the same timing as though we weren't making a motion. And the timing of the up and the down, they seem to be properly countervailing one another. Right? There's a proper countervalence going on so that the whole system is working as a single unit. Okay. So don't lose that, because I don't want you slamming in the right. Rush the down in the right. It's smooth. It's smoother than you think. Feel different, where the timing of the motions, if it's smaller, watch. See, it's this tiny little motion down here, isn't it? To here now. Remember, we're working on different heights of throws. But you notice that we've still got a similar timing. This has to have a timing, and this has to have a timing. Everything's moving more, but in the same proportion relative to one part of the assembly to the other. Okay, so go ahead and move the metronome up to So we were at 60 there. Was your metronome on? I don't always hear.
60, yeah. 60.
Were you on at 60 there? Okay, pop it up to, put it up to 8, put it up to 80. Let's see what it looks like there. Just do this, watch. I want you to do this. I want you to play the stroke for a minute. Let this guy on the surface. Almost. It got a little bit risky at the end. 5. Good. Okay. So you can get it up to 92. Let's see. Go ahead and put it up to, or no, we were at 80. Go ahead and put it up at 92. Yeah, no, it's over.
No, it's not. No, I disagree, Kevin.
That is over.
It's super relaxed, man. Come on.
You watch back, you're gonna get it. You've gotten to a point now where you're having a little more fun with this. Watch. Here's what you're doing, and when you watch back, you'll see Kevin was right, and I agree. You're doing this. It's much better. I mean, when I show you this, we'll probably be able to get you, be nice and open, okay? You're doing something like this. As soon as the tempo came up, we're right there. Okay, so blah, blah. But when you were here, a little slower, you were making these nice motions. Well, look at my motions. Remember we talked about how there's a timing between the up and the down. You don't see this. If you don't see the wrist, and then there's a timing between this. It's as if it's not, you're not going up, it's just doing that. It's got that same wrist turn timing. So we've got this whole timing, and the arm moves in a particular way, which you have today. I told you it throws better, but this is where the strokes bust us. Okay, so you're making these nice motions. And then when it got to here, instead of this, then it's here. See, the motion didn't go away. See? Here's what you did: is you went from here to here. This is how your body looks. When you watch back, you'll see what I'm saying. Now, you can do it like this, but really, you're not getting this. You're getting more of it, kind of mimicking it, but you're really just shoving down with a stiff arm. So how would we improve that? Let's see. Let's see. So you're cool up to 80. See, and it's not just the throw. It's that now it's the throw, and I have to get rebounds, and with a certain kind of timing, because it's not just any old rebound. It's two notes in a pattern that gives you what is a Swiss triplet, right? You're intersecting the notes in a certain way, so you get that flam. But it's really this, isn't it?
Yep.
See? So if we're going to what we want to do, there it is bigger. Just do that with me. Just do this with me. my stick, Raph. Watch, watch. Look, I get to hear every time. Ah, there you go. You have to get to there. There! Now it's working in the right. Come on, the left has to get to there, up to there too. There it goes. Come on, it's got to get to here. You can't just start doing this.
Yeah.
That was good. You had it in the right. Probably in the left too, but I wasn't splitting my mind. I was watching your right. It was great. There you go. There, now let it bounce. Now let it bounce. Come on, get to that place on the way up. There you go. Okay. So what we're going to do, okay?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have you play the Swiss triplet up to 92. But when we get to 80, we're going to start making individual throws. Okay? Until you get that motion. Because you're not leaving the, as it got faster, you forgot about leaving the beat down. See, this stuff is actually true.
Yeah, yeah, because like when I studied before with the other teacher at one speeds, he said it was fine to just pump the arm, right? As I was just doing. So yeah, just have to revisit that, I guess.
Okay. Well, okay. So
let's leave it as that.
No, it isn't okay to just pump your arm. Because now, remember the whole technique, it's all in the wrist, it's all a wrist turn. If you're pumping your arm, now it's not a wrist turn. So now you're using some other technique, so you've abrogated this system. Can't do that. It's true that maybe at a certain point it is too fast to throw. Maybe we will just have to start turning higher and left for more volume. Who knows? We'll get there. Okay? All right. Okay? So, very good. Okay? You're 2 for 2. You got both strokes going nicely now. Now we're moving to the Flam accent number 1.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on. I was going to give you an exercise, but let's do this first, and then maybe we'll revisit the exercise I was going to give you, which will take us to where I'd like to go. So we're looking at Flam accent number 1. Do you have that up?
Yeah. So
I want you to be able to look at it on your music stand.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the notes.
Okay.
So we have 60 on the wrists and 72 become rebounds.
Yeah, you're 56, 60 to 72.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put it on at 72.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on.
So this one's supposed to be a rebound. That's what I said, I stopped using the wrist. Ugh.
That was good, Ralph.
Yeah, and I can do that, but
That was, you separated the hands that way, and it got better. So, but here's what you were doing.
I told you it's not there yet.
And this stuff, you know, you've had a little bit of a period where you didn't practice as much. So it's, you were doing something like you were stopping up in the air, and this hand stopped low. That's what you're doing. I don't know why, but we're going to stop low on this. Okay. We could stop up. We can use that. There's your free bounce. We can utilize that.
Yeah, but
we're not going to for this. We're going to stop low. Watch. That too fast for you? Stop for a minute. Stop for a minute. Okay, so this is where, see, another stroke, because it's not embedded in the nervous system, so that muscle memory isn't consistent, right? What we're doing is making those same throws again, right? A throw is a throw is a throw. Show me a throw on the left. As it started to go out to this side. Remember, the speed of the up in the arm is going to be similar to the speed of the arm on the way down. The turn of the wrist, so the stick is going to move up and down at the same speed, perhaps. There you go, better. This goes straight up. You see, it doesn't climb. Swivel off to the side. There. Now give me a big throw. Come on. There you go. Good. Now do that in the other hand. Come on. No. Okay. Just give me a smaller throw. I should have duplicated the experiment. Remember the speed of the arm on the way up and on the way down, and the speed of the turn of the wrist so that the stick is moving in a certain way. There you go. Now give me a bigger throw. Again. Up and down is the same speed. You don't quite creep up and then come down. There you go. Nice, smooth, big throw. Nice, big throw. You see? Oh, stop down. Don't stop up in there. Okay? You always want to come back to the floor. That's a sign of an honest to goodness throw. You should always come back to the floor. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want. I want you to give me big throws, and I'll show you why. Okay. See, the momentum of the throw will help to give you the other notes. You see? The momentum of the throw will carry you through. You don't have to turn. Once you've got all that energy captured, you're just going to bend to the surface and allow it to rebound. Go ahead and play the stroke. We're still at 72.
Kevin.
Come on, it has to be a big throw. No. Okay. So here we go, because I think you had it in each individual hand. I want a big throw. Watch. It's like you're just going to release all that stored energy. You don't have to pull your arm. Watch. I'm not pulling my arm up. You want to pull your arm up right away. I just want this and release the energy. No, you're coming up right away. Just pretend we're not gonna do it consistently. Here you go. Do it again. Big throw. Give me a big throw and really release that energy. There it is. You can do it. You can do it.
I know I can, but
well, now that I told you about some of the things to look for, do in the other hand. And now you can come up. You don't have to come up right away, do you? Let's see. I wait for the maybe is there an up on the very last note of the 3 notes? Maybe there isn't, depending on the speed. Don't watch the baby finger.
I guess.
Lost this grip. Okay, maintain that grip. Big throw. I need a big throw. I need a big throw. Throw, 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 throw. Ah! Come on. You see how relaxed that is? But it's big. That's right. Oh, good. It's a good idea. We'll just do that. And then you're going to go into the stroke when you're ready. Baby finger in the left. Just start with the throws. Feel all that energy that you're capturing? Just release it and turn to the surface for 3 notes. Almost, almost, baby finger. Okay, so where are you there? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to work on this from 63 to 72. Just making individual throws like that and then going into
it. Yeah. The thing for me, what will be helpful is that, you know, obviously the slower it is, the more time it allows me to think. But on the flip side, if it's too slow, then it's harder to do rebounds. You know, so you get the point, right? So there's this dilemma that is complicated,
right? Which is part of the charm of what we're doing here, right? Because you can't just slow it all the way down. It's kind of neat, isn't it? There are these parameters that we have to work within.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so that was good. Now, let's see what we can do by taking. I wanted to. Let's see. How would I do that? I'll give you another stroke here, or a combination of strokes. Let's see. So if we went, let's see.
It's interesting because you can really like connect the Flam with the Flam tap with the Swiss triplet as well.
But you're back to this though. You're back to this. Back to this. It has to go to here to begin with. Let's see, like that. Okay.
That's just funny.
Well, you can play a drum solo around the drums doing stuff like that. And people will kind of wonder what you're doing because, you know, the hand is faster than the eye or something. So let's see, what would be the right tempo for this? So what will we start off with? We don't want to use the Flam tap. So all we're doing is playing alternating flams here, right? But instead, what we're just going to do is we're just throwing for 2. Can you do that? No, we're not playing the flam tap. We're playing it's an alternating flam. Watch. It's an alternating flam, isn't it? And now I'm gonna play it as 2 rebounds. So you're getting this. No, you're shoving in the left. You got to make this motion and then uncoil it. Watch your baby finger. Think of the 3-finger grip and let it bounce. It's all the same stuff. There you go. No, it's not a flam tap. Throw it for 2 in each hand. You got to let it bounce up. Back to this thing, Raph. We're back to this thing where it bounces, right? It's got to bounce up. There it is. Let it bounce up to the left. Throw it down. Nice, solid. Okay, so we're doing that. Now what we're going to do. Now you're going to turn that into Swiss triplets. Maybe we'll start with the Swiss triplets. You got to make this motion. Do you see the motion? Okay, so we're going to start with Swiss triplets. So check it out, Raph. We're starting with Swiss triplets. It's a very small throw right down here. It's nice and low. We're not doing this. There's no time for this. Well, we're not doing that. We're just in here. It's not too much different. Watch, Raph. Raph? Just watch for a second. It's not too much different than just turning for it. I'm just making the tiniest throw here now. Here, you're just turning for it. Here, we're making a little throw. Okay, and so we have Swiss triplets, and we're getting that to happen. A nice big, come on, turn your wrist. Turn, 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 turn. See, here's it with no throw. See, I have to turn my wrist. Raph, just try this. No throw. There you go. Now keep that turn and put in a throw. Keep that height of turn. Come on, now throw. Smaller throw. Keep the height of turn. There you go. There you go. You see, you don't need to come up too high for this. The little here feels more like a flick. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got Swiss triplets. Now we're going to. Oh wait. Wait. What was I doing? Oh yeah. And then we're going to go to alternating flams. But we're throwing for 2. So we're going from Swiss triplets to alternating flams, throwing for 2. And there's that swatch. What? I'm not seeing a bounce. I'm not seeing. This is it. Let's see. Watch. See? I'm bouncing it. And then I'm going to put in a throw. A little flick. Okay, so we're starting off with switch triplets. And then we're going, don't play for a sec, don't play for a sec, just watch, don't play for a sec. And then we're going to do this. See, and I want you to practice all of these with no throw, see, to get this bouncy feeling. And then I want you to just incorporate a little bit of a flick, barely anything. Barely anything, is it? For this. And then we're going to go and just a regular wrist turn. We could throw, or we could just turn. So now I'm throwing. See? I'm just turning and letting it bounce. So go ahead now, see if you can go into doubles from the alternating flams. Go for two and play doubles. Go for, I'll let you go right now. See, it's not as easy as you think, is it? This is like a Richard Martinez exercise. You realize that? It's very clever, and see, but it's really quite simple. Mm-hmm. And what this proves is you're not really letting that stick bounce. Just do. Let's see. What I want is for you to be turning pretty high, so that there's a lot of force. So you have the ability to feel that rebound. And by the way, with regard to the discussion of whether you use the bounce off the surface and push it down, or whether you lift it up starting low every time, what happens when you're playing doubles and you get the second note? It's not bouncing up, so you've got nothing. You've got no bounce to give you a free ups, to give you what they call it, you know,
the free stroke, right? That's what they call it.
The free stroke, right? What free stroke? The stick has come to the end of its rebound, and now you have to lift it up. So that's it. See, that's what I want you to feel. I want you to feel that bounciness. So just go ahead and just turn high and give me two notes. Two notes. No, no throw. Turn higher. There you go. Let it bounce. There you go. Let it bounce. Just leave your grip alone. You know, somewhere in the 3-finger grip, there's a Wackerman there somewhere. That's all it is. Do that on the other hand. There. Now put them together. Oh, let it bounce up. Let it bounce up. Come on, turn high enough. It's like that big throw that I wanted you to use to capture, store up the energy to release. Now it's different. We need that big turn so that it will rebound. We don't want to turn twice. Go ahead.
So say again.
I want a big turn so that there's enough force to give you the chance to feel the rebound. Yeah, you got to turn up high and let it bounce. No, just two notes. That's it. That's right. Come on, now you got this. Can you do it? Can you do it at 92? Slow. Cut it. How's that? this. Come on, give me a nice big turn. Look how high I'm coming up. Here's my grip. Just use your arms, just your wrists, and then let that bounce. Now play Swiss triplets. Regular wrist turn. No throw. Now alternating flams with no throw. See? Triplets. A little tiny flick. Same height of wrist turn. Alternating flams. Throwing for 2. Doubles. Throwing. Da 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 da. Don't forget this part of it. Don't forget this part of it. Always still have a throw. Or we don't have a throw. We have a throw. Or we don't have a throw. Here we have a throw. See, here we have a throw. Now you see, so this is going to lead us into doubles and roll strokes. So I'm going to have you do this exercise with regular wrist turns, going from the Swiss triplet to the alternating flams, where we're letting it rebound for 2 as opposed to stopping low. You can play it both ways. Here I'm going to let it. Now we're using the bounce, but in a different way than this idea of a free stroke. And then you're going to go into doubles just on the wrist, or in other words, you'll do the 3 iterations, just wrist as though a regular wrist stroke. Then you're going to do the 3 iterations with throws, right? And then ultimately, I would probably suggest, because roll strokes, we're not throwing for roll strokes for doubles. I guess we could, but let's keep this simple. When we play roll strokes, we're just turning a regular wrist turn, and then we raise or throw, I should say, for the accents.
Yeah.
So once you're playing the 3 iterations on just regular wrist turns, right? Blah da da blah da da blah da da blah da da blah 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 da 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 da. See, look, it's all the same motion. Very similar, isn't it? Let's watch. Blah da da. Let's see. Blah da da ba ba da ba ba da blah ba da blah ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da blah blah ba 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 ba. It's like ba da 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 da. All I'm doing is this, right? And these things are getting split in different ways, right? The 2 notes are either closer to each other, or they're more evenly divided, or ultimately they're next to each other. Playing you see, but they're always 2 notes.
It does feel a bit more challenging to actually use the throw, because it's just more complex. There's more mechanism associated with it. When you're just turning the wrist, it's more straightforward, right? It's easier in that sense.
And in that sense, well, that was my thinking in terms of just getting you to feel how the wrist would turn without the throw. But quite frankly, the throw gives you a little more momentum. So in a sense,
sure.
It can become, once you get that throw, that can actually help to make it easier to play. Okay. And then once you're in the 3 iterations of regular wrist turns, you're going to take, when you get to the doubles, you're going to turn those into roll strokes.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going from we'll go from 80 to 92. I don't mind that the speed is up a little bit. I want you to feel this. I want you to feel that rebound this exercise is about pointing out to you that these strokes are just a matter of combinations of doubles.
Yeah,
right?
that's phased differently. Yeah,
phased differently, right? And so, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, is how do you play the doubles? Because different techniques might play doubles differently. We're playing doubles by turning once or throwing once, maintaining a particular grip with a particular fulcrum, and allowing that stick to rebound, rocking over the fulcrum, affected by the force supplied from the wrist or the throw, and the force provided by the surface. And it'll all work out. It's not really that complicated. Just two notes, phased differently. I borrowed your line.